Hi folks, Queso here. I would like to do something for the community because I wondered myself which tractor is gives you the best performance per dollar. So, or not necessarily per dollar, but which one gives you the best performance? Because obviously your money is going to matter. Like you're not necessarily going to start off your game and save. Let's pretend it's the most expensive tractor is the best performing one. You're not necessarily going to save enough money to buy that tractor when you're just starting off the game. That's just not reasonable. So what I'm going to do, I've done some pre-work already just to save some of the boredom and the monotony. I've gotten the max speeds of each tractor with no load and under load with the largest trailer there filled up with 61,000 liters of wheat. Won't matter, I don't think. I believe everything weighs the same, but the idea is I wanted to keep the load consistent. I could have used a smaller load, but then the bigger tractors wouldn't have really, we wouldn't have seen the difference on the small ones, whereas we'd like to see the difference on a big load, because ultimately that's what's going to happen. You're gonna upgrade your trailers, you're gonna upgrade your field sizes, everything. So I went with the biggest. So what I'm going to do to measure the performance, I'm going to do calculate the time. I'm going to use my phone and just time it on screen, and this is why I got the maximum times off screen, just to, so I knew what I was going to look for. But I'm going to take the the time it takes to hit maximum speed without load, then the maximum speed with load. I'm going to do some pausing and whatnot just so I don't have to do that, to bore you with that stuff. But I'll record the timing so you get to see both the maximum speeds and the time it takes. I think I'll put it up on the screen as well as an overlay in the video, just so it's there for reference. And then at the end of it, I'm going to show you this Excel spreadsheet that I have, and then I'm going to do a little calculation. So I'm going to take the two speeds, so underload and not underload, add those together, divide it by the time that it takes to get to the max speeds, underload and not underload, and then I think I said divide it by that to give me a number, and simply that number is going to give me something to look at to go, okay, the higher the number, the better our assumption could be for the tractor. That's what we should see. We want to see higher speeds and lower times. So a higher numerator divided by a smaller denominator should give us a bigger number, and ultimately it should tell us, hey, yeah, this is the best bang for your buck. And what I probably will do is break the tractors up, potentially, depending on how the numbers turn out, because I haven't done this yet, break them up into price ranges of the tractors. So we're going to start off here with I thought I was going to tab to my first tractor. And we're going to start off with this little guy here. So here we go. Basically what I'm going to do is start it up, let it get started and idle, and then I'm going to press 3 on my keyboard for the max speed cruise control, and then I'll hit my timer on my phone. And this is a maximum speed of 13 miles an hour. There. Done. So that was 5.63 seconds. Okay, so under load, the maximum speed for the Kramer KL200 is 4 miles an hour. Just before I go any further, I just want to explain. So what I did was I took the maximum speed that the tractor would go minus 1. So if I'm watching it on flat terrain, if it gets up to 10 miles an hour and then occasionally bumps to 11 and then flips back down to 10, I go with the 10. And I do that with every speed. So yes, technically some of these tractors will go faster, but not consistently. They won't consistently stay at that number, or it'll just take way too long for the calculation. Call call it an outlier in the data. Alright, so here we go. It's actually quite funny. I was surprised that this... oh shoot, I screwed up my timing. I was surprised that this tractor actually would pull this. So I believe I said it is 4 miles an hour is the maximum speed on this. And 6.58 seconds. Okay, we have the same Argon 3 75. The maximum speed without load is 25 miles an hour. And we reached maximum speed in 7.03 seconds. Under load, the maximum speed is 10 miles per hour. We hit maximum speed in 7.64 seconds. Burer 6135A, max speed 25 miles per hour. .44 seconds. Under load, 11 miles per hour. .34 seconds. Linder Geotrack 94. Max speed 25 miles per hour. .6 seconds. Under load, max speed 12 miles per hour. .76 seconds. Deutz Agrotron K 420. Max speed 32 miles an hour. .97 seconds. Under load, 12 miles per hour. .35 seconds. Same Explorer 3 105, 25 miles per hour maximum speed. Come on. There we go. .35 seconds. Under load, 13 miles per hour. .73 seconds. Hurleyman XL 130. Maximum speed 32 miles per hour. 9.17 seconds. Under load, 14 miles an hour. .69 seconds. Lamborghini R4 110 Italia, max speed 25 miles an hour. Eight point 8.08 seconds. And now we'll record it at 12 miles an hour. Because it did take a while to get to 13. Alright, so to 12 miles an hour is 7.95. So yeah, that's an extra 5 seconds. That would make a huge difference in the calculation, but I will show that. It's 430 Agrotron TTV, maximum speed 32 miles an hour. .92 seconds. Under load, 14 miles an hour. .03 seconds. It's 430 Agrotron TTV Care Wheels. 32 miles an hour. .42 seconds. Under load, 13 miles an hour. .77 seconds. Schluter Super Track 2500 VL, maximum speed 25 miles per hour. .89 seconds. Under load, 17 miles per hour. .87 seconds. It's Agrotron M620, max speed 32 miles per hour. .14 seconds. Under load, 17 miles per hour. .48 seconds. It's 6190 Agrotron TTV, max speed 32 miles per hour. .67 seconds. Under load, 14 miles an hour. 9.58 seconds. Do it 7250 Agrotron TTV, max speed 37 miles per hour. .67 seconds. Under load 17 seconds. Or 17 miles an hour. .78 seconds. Do its Agrotron X720, max speed 31 miles an hour. 7.51 seconds. Under load 16 miles per hour. .91 seconds. Okay, the next two tractors, I'm not going to do time trials on both of them because they're exact same, and that is the case IH Steger or Quadtrac 600 and this Steiger 600. Max speed for both is 26 miles an hour. And let me get this done up. Hopefully I hit the... Shit. I'll restart. I'll just turn around here. And here we go. Okay. 8.81 seconds. So I'm going to add that as time for both. Then I'll use the other tractor for the loaded bull. Okay, here we are under load, and the max speed was 18 miles per hour. Stopwatch, sorry. And here we go. .83 seconds. Okay, and finally the Lamborghini R6 125. This is the tractor that is available for the pre-order people. Pre-order? I guess is that the right word? Anyway, I ordered it off of Steam and was able to get this tractor. It shows up in your downloaded mods folder, and so here we go. Max speed was 32 miles an hour. .89 seconds. And under load 16 miles per hour. at a 9.64 seconds. Okay, folks, I have tallied the numbers, and as you can see, here's all the tractors I did in order of the video, except for the Lamborghini. Sorry, they're sorted by price point. So the only one that that's different is the Lamborghini R6. That's the pre-order. One should be at the bottom, or would have been at the bottom had I sorted them in order. So you can see purchase prices, the max speed of the with no load, the time that it took, the max speed with load, the time, and the rating. And then I did another calculation afterwards because I wanted to prove a point of something else as well. So anyway, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort by rating, and this should be, so we're going to sort it by largest to smallest. So what should happen here is essentially the largest or highest rating should be your best performing tractor, and that is true. So we have the Deutz Agrotron M620. It has the best performance rating, and it only costs $164,000, also giving us a total maximum speed of 49 miles an hour. So for my calculations, without looking at or including in vehicle cost per day, because quite honestly that stuff ends up being trivial with the amount of money you make. Although I guess if you looked at it and said, well, if I did all Schluters, which is that right expensive one, you would lose a lot more money, obviously. But performance rating, it's near the bottom anyway. So that my suggestion is that the Deutz Agrotron M620 is your best bang for your buck. Having said that, there's a couple things to take into consideration. One, if you were just wanting to get around, although I haven't tried the ATV download, but this tractor here is really fast. Although, it's another $100,000 dollars more. On load, it's a little bit slower to pick up its pace, and overall, the top speed overall is higher, but that's really with no load. And I could have done a test without just like an empty trailer or an attachment like a cultivator, which probably don't make any difference from my remembering of the game. Or when I played it, I still play it. But when I've had just a regular attachment, I don't even think the tractors really notice it. So you could argue and say, well, maybe the 7250 is good. Interestingly enough, I do want to point this out, that the Lamborghini R6, so that's the pre-order tractor, came in third for power rating, but basically second because it's almost the same as the other one, but that one's 140,000 less, and it's only 1 mile per hour slower than the Deutz Agrotron 620, and you spend $40,000 less purchasing that. So for me, in my game, I'm going to be using the R6. Saves me $40,000 for every tractor. If you're like me, I like to have one tractor per attachment and per equipment. That way I'm not wasting time switching. I can park tractors at certain places. Anyway, I hope you guys find that valuable. So just as a recap, my two recommended tractors are the Deutz Agrotron M620, and if you have the